Justin Donawa. The season you were having was one that you would have been hoping for, but now that the coronavirus has put a halt to it, but your league is still going on. Well, it hasn't been canceled as of yet. What's been the latest talk with the club regarding anything football wise?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, right now it's kind of at a standstill. Um, the league is still suspended, quote unquote. Um, and going from the club standpoint, I think they're just waiting for the league, the National League, to make a decision in regards to if they're gonna scrap the rest of the season like the other non-leagues have done, or if they're gonna just try to get have a later start in terms of resuming the season, whether it's in May or in June or whatever. So right now it's still a lot up in the air, which is can be a little bit frustrating in terms of knowing what the players are gonna do from now until then, but still just waiting on word to see what the league is gonna do in terms of the continuation of the season.
For you, how impatient is it knowing that there's a stoppage and wanting to continue playing?
Yeah, it is very frustrating. Obviously, as a footballer, you want to play football. So right now, it's kind of tough, being on lockdown and not really having the freedom to play or train or do things that we want to do. So it's a little bit frustrating, but at the end of the day, we're talking about the health of the people. So worldwide. So that takes that's a primary concern, really. So I'm not too fussy about that. Whenever it's safe to play again, I'll be looking forward to that. But until then, just gotta sit tight and control what we can control. Which is trying to stay semi-fit. Doing little workouts where you can. You can. I think we're allowed to go outside, but to exercise once a day. So just taking advantage of that and just waiting till everything starts back up.
Take us through your season. From start to where we are when we closed, when the coronavirus kind of halted things. Take us through how your season was developing.
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier, this has been a good season from my standpoint. For this to be my first season over this side in England, to have scored 9 and assisted 2, I think, before everything halted. I'm really pleased with that. I got somewhat off to a slow start. I think I went the first 13 or 14 games without scoring or assisting. That was very frustrating. And I was coming off the bench for the first month, 2 months, or month and a half of the year. So it was nice to get game time and get adjusted to the playing style over here. But slowly and surely, I started to contribute a little bit more and more every game, and I was pleased with that. And I've been through a couple of spurts where I've scored in back-to-back games, so that just boosts your confidence. And before the season ended, I was feeling very good about how it had been going so far. I was very confident going into every game, and I knew I was gonna make an impact. And that's all that we're worrying about this year. Is just doing what I can to make an impact on the field, whether it's scoring, assisting, and just putting in a shift for my teammates. So it's been going pretty well, and just looking to build on this season into the next one.
You guys kind of shut up the table with a run of quite a few victories and draws without any defeats. But you settled kind of between the 8th and 11th spot of the last 3 weeks of the playing season. The playoffs are within sight because of points if you guys do manage to restart the season. But how important for the club is it to try and make those playoffs?
Yeah, so playoffs is definitely very realistic for Darlington at the moment. Um, Obviously, this season has been more of a rebuilding year. as the gaffer has stated in previous interviews. It's pretty much a whole different team from last year, and the fans weren't really pleased with how they finished last year. I think it's 17th. So for us being in the position we're in now and having gone all the way up to I think sixth at one point, at the end of January, I think everyone's very pleased of how things have been going. And playoffs are really, I think, cap the season off. Not to say that we wouldn't want to finish, top. I don't know how realistic that is at the moment, but playoffs would definitely be a good cap to the season.
Looking at it internationally, how do you think your performances for Bermuda has helped your confidence in playing your first season in England?
Yeah, playing for Bermuda has always been a pleasure and an honor. And in the last year or so, we've been able to play very, very good opposition. Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica, Haiti, just name a few. And I think that's boosted everybody's confidence from the players to the coaches. And I felt very confident and been happy having the opportunity to have played, in such high quality matches. And it definitely boosts your confidence knowing that you played, in front of thousands and thousands of people against, guys who are playing in the Premier League and in leagues all over the world. So it's definitely helped me. I don't think I've played as well as I have wanted to for the Bermuda team as of yet. But just taking it all in stride and hoping to just, like I have with my club team, just get better and better as the years go on.
How much of the success that Bermuda has had and guys like yourself overseas will influence the younger people or the younger players in Bermuda to want to try the next level?
I think it's very important, for us to be in this position right now and to have been playing against such good teams around the world. And, for the youngsters, for the people that are coming up now, they see us playing against Mexico and Panama and these types of teams and Jamaica, powerhouses in the regions. It's inspiring to the youth, at least for me growing up, seeing Bermuda play against Trinidad and all these bigger nations. It was always something I wanted to do. And now that I'm having the opportunity to do it, I can't not acknowledge, the people that came before me. So I think it's a good thing that we're in the position we are now in terms of football, men, women, and at the youth level, to be playing more and more games against better and better opposition, because it helps the youth, have something to aspire to. And, we have to continue to be role models and, not only, we are getting the opportunity to play against these big nations, but we're showing that we can hold our own. We need to let the world know that, we might be a small nation, but at the end of the day, we're going to fight and we're going to be competitive. And I think we've shown that.
As a player, how difficult is it to buy into Coach Lightbourne and assistant coach Ray Jones, as well as the other coaching staff's program as we get into these international matches?
I think it's been pretty good so far in terms of buying into what Coach Lightbourne and the rest of the staff want to do on the field and off the field. It's been a collective effort from the players all the way up to the coaching staff. Just figuring out a style of play and getting everybody on board first and then implementing it. I think everybody's done a good job in, believing in it. Obviously, there have been times when we thought it wasn't going to work, and we were very skeptical of, how things were going to pan out, with the bigger nations that we were playing. But at the end of the day, we stuck to it and, done pretty well. So it has its hiccups, as in any team, but I think given how everyone's bought into it and had that belief that we can implement this and we can get results playing this way and doing these things on and off the field, it's really shown. So it's been pretty good since Kyle Lightborn has taken over. It's been pretty smooth.
All right. Well, I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Remain fit. Hopefully soon you get a response to when your league will kick back over and you guys hit the ground running and get into the playoffs as you insist as you hope to do. So all the best. All right.
Thank you very much. You stay safe as well.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.